All right, so now I've cut out my 4" by 12" piece of cardboard that's very flexible. And I have gone in my cupboard and I have found a variety of Tupperwares, but this one seemed like it would be about the size that I wanted to aim for the base of my lantern. So I've gone ahead and I've drawn my lantern plans here. So this is what I'm aiming for. This part in the middle is going to be this part rounded around. So I'm going to create a cylinder using that aspect. Okay, and now I need to think about how to make this lid, which I'm going to make out of a circle that I've cut to make it pop up, and then another circle of approximately the same size to make the bottom. And then here's a list of all my component parts. So I've got my long rectangle. I'm going to use a couple of coils, and we'll get to that later, and that's going to go inside the lid to make that latch. And then I need 2 circles. So how do I decide the size of my circle? Well, I can kind of get a sense for it physically in space. So I've got this little Tupperware here, and my Tupperware on the outside edge is 6 1/4, but on the inside it's closer to 5. So I can use this to kind of guesstimate, be like, okay, like how big is the body of my piece going to be compared to this? You know, thinking it through. And if you're like me and you just really need to see it in space, what you could do is take some more of your cardboard and trace a circle that you think might be a little too big, and then cut that out. So I've cut this out, and this circle is currently 6 1/4. And then I folded it in half and made a line cut just to the center. So just fold it in half and make a cut. And then you can just kind of see by taking it and starting to slide it over on itself, how tipped up do you want your roof to be? And I'm gonna have a subtle tip, so I'm only gonna have it come in a little bit, but then you're able to hold your side cylinder, and if you wanted to, you could clip it or tape it. I'm just trying to approximate my size here. So this is about how I'm gonna have this come together. And what do I think of that lid? I like how it overhangs just a little bit. I think it's an appropriate size. And then what would happen if I flattened that out? Okay, and that's gonna end up working pretty well to be the part that goes underneath for me. So now I've got all the templates that I'm gonna need for this piece. So I had mentioned the size of this as 6 1/4 inches. Okay, and then I'm gonna wanna probably think about like how far in that's gonna come to suit this coming in. But I can actually do that after I've rolled my slab, because I'm gonna roll a circle slab for this and just overlap it a bit. Okay, so those are the templates that I will need for this piece. If you want yours to be smaller, you can choose a smaller Tupperware. You could adjust the scale of this to be a little shorter. This is gonna be designed for a short little votive candle. So like one of those little guys that you might put inside like a jack-o'-lantern. So I've got this pretty short, but you could consider making it taller. You could consider making it a little wider if you wanted a wider form. You would just need to make sure that you found a bowl or a pan or a plate in your kitchen where the size is gonna work out to fit as a lid. Okay, but you don't wanna make it huge because we don't have a ton of clay. But those are the component parts that you'll need. Okay, so again, this one is 4 by 12 if you want to do the same as me. And this one is 6 1/4 inch with a cut to the middle on one part, so I can cut it, like kind of move it like a pizza slice.